Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the importance of team meetings with your team. Okay, so this article here is going to be more geared towards organizations, businesses, and things of that nature. However, this is going to tie into your basketball team, or maybe your football team, or maybe your baseball, whatever sport that you're coaching. We're going to talk about the importance of team meetings, and we're going to go over some things to be aware of, and then talk about different age levels and how you basically handle those type of team meetings. So we're going to take a look first and foremost of what is the purpose of the team meetings. By definition, a team meeting is a scheduled conversation when employees discuss a particular topic or list of topics which should be outlined on a pre-planned agenda created by the meeting leader, so the coach. Okay, of the team meetings, what you should be discussing or planning future projects and initiatives, brainstorming new ideas, working on shared tasks, preempting and overcoming challenges, improving communication. So, and these things here, how it relate to you as a coach, planning future projects and initiatives. If you're a new coach, you got to lay everything out from scratch. Expectations, what are you going to expect from them? What's your coaching style? Who are your new coaches? All that type of stuff. If you're a coach has been with this group, second year, third year, fourth year, whatever, still the same. What's going to change from last year to this year? And also you want to hit the normal stuff because you're going to have new players in that organization as well. Brainstorming new ideas. What are some things that you think could help benefit our team from last year to this year? If you're a new coach and it's a brand new team, you're probably not going to really do much of the brainstorming because you're going to kind of want to put your stamp on that team of how you want things done. But if you have a group of veteran players, you may allow them to get involved, specifically your captains and some of your other leaders, of, hey, look, here's the things that are working. We're going to stick to that. But what are some things that maybe didn't work last year that we need to maybe tweak a little bit that can make us better? Working on shared tasks. Kind of the same thing of, brainstorming a little bit, saying, this is what my role is, this is what your role is. Maybe you meet with your coaches also and say, this is what your job is. You're going to be in charge of stats. You're going to be in charge of working with the post players, things of that nature. Okay. Preempting and overcoming challenges. Identifying what your challenges are going to be. Who are the top teams that you're going to have to worry about in your division, in your district, in your state? Who are the ones that could potentially pose a threat to you, and how can you guys improve and stay aware and ready to face those groups? Improving communication. Some players, specifically kids, don't understand the importance of communication. So figuring out what are your lines of communication. How are you going to communicate? Are you on campus with them? Can they go reach out to you face to face? Is it easier to email? Do you have a group meet or a band app? Something of that nature where they can actually have easy access to you and talk to you whenever they need you. And communication is key. I can't come to practice today, I'm sick. That's something small form of communication. Coach, I need to talk to you. Something's going on in my home life that's going to affect my play. That's a huge form of communication. And that's obviously going to be a face-to-face, but to initially schedule that meeting, they should have some type of outlet to get to you to say, hey, I really need to have a discussion with you, or, I'll feel out of place on the court. Is there something that we can do to help? Okay, so communication is extremely important, and it's very important to discuss how they're going to communicate, but also make them feel comfortable that they are able to communicate with you. The meeting should have a clear goal. What's the goal in mind that you have for the meeting? Have a clear agenda. You don't want to just call everybody together and then get there and be like, okay, I don't know what we're talking about, because you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them fast. So make sure that you have an agenda. You stay on point, stay on task. If you have team leaders, you can maybe ask them what's something that you'd like to discuss and go from there. You know exactly who you need to invite. Is it, are you meeting just with your captains, just with your seniors, or you're meeting with everybody? If you're talking about in-depth strategic stuff, it's probably just going to be with your coaches. But if you're going to talk about the overall big picture and the plans, setting goals, that's going to be with the whole team. Skip that meeting if you're just sharing information. You're not going to hold a meeting if you're just saying, hey, we're going to get lunch, team lunch next week. I'm not going to hold a meeting just to say that, right? You're hosting it just to host it. It needs to be purposeful. It needs to have a plan and an agenda. You're going to lose credibility with your group if you don't. And you've got to have all of your ducks in a row. It needs to be really structured and organized, okay? And that gives you some more information about how, being really detailed, maybe sending out the agenda ahead of time, telling them this is what we're going to discuss. That way they're thinking about it before they walk in. Rein in the random. So random topics, if people bring stuff up that are, you notice that it's kind of veering off from what you're trying to do, maybe tell them, hey, look, let's table that for discussion. Let's come back to that and talk about that in a separate time. Let them know that it's still important if they think it's important, but it's a whole separate conversation. No screens, leave your phones out of it. Make sure that everyone is locked in, watch the clock, be timeful, set a deadline of the meeting's going to be from here to here. And then that way you can stay on task. Summarize and share. At the end of it, recap everything. That way people who may have missed something, and I'm sure at least one person may miss something, are able to kind of get back on track and have that in their brain before they leave. That way, if they may have missed something and all of a sudden you summarize it, then it could pose a question that they could ask on the back end. So team meetings are super important for all age levels. Simple, if you have a youth team, it can be really just as simple as, guys, this is what I expect of you. Here's what you expect of me. Here's our team goals. Let's go do it. Middle school, you want to make it a little bit more professional. Have them actually come in and sit with you and talk to you a little bit more. And then high school, 100% absolutely, you want to have some meetings with these guys or girls to make them feel like they have a sense of ownership in the team, but also to get them used to that setting of kind of like a business meeting, because it's not only keeping your team on track, but it's teaching them something outside of basketball. When they get into the real world and job, they're going to have to be a part of sitting down and listening to meetings, but also some instances where they have to speak up, share ideas, object to things, ask questions, and things of that nature. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you in this one. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.